Okay, on the AEW side, Dynamite this week. I've got a few things notable that happened and also some questions for us.
I like the questions. That's my favorite part is these questions.
Right?
Man.
Send us in some questions, guys. We'll answer them here. MJF opened the show as an American hero.
Yeah, okay.
He's taking a page out of Kurt Angle's book now.
A little bit.
I thought it was funny how he's appearing as the American hero and Cody Rhodes' mentor is the American Nightmare.
True. That's great similarities, absolutely.
MJF is boasting about winning gold and beating Will Ospreay. Ospreay stepped in, vowing to win back the international championship at All In, not the American championship.
He threw the international title away, so
that's the only one that matters, according to Ospreay.
Yep.
He's got to bring a good champion back to that title.
But he's not wrong. I mean, think about all the great champions that were before him. I mean,
yeah,
they kind of spit on them all at the same time.
True. All that time that Orange Cassidy had that, just done now.
Yep.
I did see a great match between Lance Archer and Will Ospreay.
That was a fun match, man.
I thought so too. And Ospreay, he's like Michael Jordan. Once he initiates liftoff, you can't stop that guy. And I thought Lance did a great job of keeping him on the mat and grounded.
Yeah, Will Ospreay's that fourth quarter guy. You can't count him out.
That's true. Why isn't Lance on TV more?
I don't know. I think it's mainly because they're using him as an enhancement talent right now. He's older, obviously. He's been around for quite a few years, but I don't know, man. He's so good, and he's so much fun to watch.
He is. I remember when he debuted, and I thought, oh boy, this monster's going to take over.
Heck, I remember back in TNA when he debuted, so it's...
The Murder Hawk. Why is Jake the Snake no longer with him? Is his contract done with AEW?
I don't think so. I just think Jake's got more health problems than we know.
Oh boy. That dude has had a rough life.
Yeah, he has, and he mostly brought it on himself, so...
That's true, good point.
I hate to say it, Jake, but it happens.
Ospreay defeats Lance Archer. MJF attacks him post-match. Thought it was interesting that Kyle Fletcher comes out at the end there to assist Ospreay. Just randomly throws himself into that mix, setting up a match next week. Kyle Fletcher versus MJF.
I like it. I like Kyle Fletcher.
I do like Kyle. I feel like the story there didn't quite make sense for me since he's done with the Don Callis family.
But Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay are very close friends, even in real life.
They're best buds. I just don't know how Don feels about that save.
He didn't look very happy.
He did not. He did not have anything to say about it, which I thought was very odd.
Yeah, Don's always got something to say.
He's always got something. Okay, how about Bryan Danielson talking about how doctors and his family want him to pull out of this match against Swerve Strickland at All In.
Pulling at the heartstrings, man.
He is.
Gosh.
He says he's going to promise he's not pulling out and he is going to give it his all in this match. This could be the final match because it is career versus title on the line. And if Danielson if he loses, he says he's never going to wrestle again.
And he's already said his contract's already up. So, really, he's fighting without a contract at All In. So.
Yep, this is his final year as a full-time wrestler. Which brings me to our first discussion question.
Okay.
If Danielson does somehow win, would we really want AEW to now have part-time champions for the highest men's title like WWE does?
Okay, first of all, you know my answer to that. I can't stand part-time wrestlers with titles. Logan Paul on WWE side, dude, I can't stand it. So, no, I don't think we need a part-time wrestler as a champion. However, that being said, I've said it before, I believe that if Bryan Danielson does win this match, he's going to vacate the title right afterwards.
Oh, wow.
I think this match is solely to prove that he could do it. I think that's the only reason he's in this match.
This is retirement match. This is it. This is Danielson handing the keys to the kingdom over to Swerve, the next generation of wrestler.
I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think Danielson is going to win this match, and Danielson will retire the following Wednesday on Dynamite.
Just hand the title over and we'll have another freaking tournament for
I love tournaments, man.
That's not the way to go out in my book. We don't do that in wrestling. You
go
lose.
out on top,
you
baby.
You get pinned. That's how it goes,
You go out on top, Danielson.
I just don't know. What's the deal with Jeff Jarrett now having some beef with Danielson now?
Well, I think it's the other way around. Danielson's got the beef with Jarrett.
That's true. I don't see why we're having such a disagreement.
Jarrett called him out last week and said, hey, you need to show up and show out.
I agreed with him, though. That's the thing.
Well, and that's the thing. Danielson agreed with him. However, he didn't want it to come to that point, I don't think. So I think that's why Danielson has the beef right now.
So now we're getting a Jeff Jarrett, Bryan Danielson match.
Yeah, we know who's going to win this match.
We know who's going to win this match, right? Yes.
The ultimate shine of respect is going to happen afterwards. Jarrett's going to shake his hand. It's going to be a whole ordeal.
Maybe Jarrett will retire.
Jarrett should have retired already.
Just go back, buy TNA again, and just go back to TNA.
But he is the longest reigning champion in AEW right now, so let's put it that way.
All right, another question for us here. We saw Chris Statlander out against Willow Nightingale in an eliminator. Your favorite. But my question was, we've seen Chris on her own. We've seen her with a group of best friends, and now we see her with Stokely. What do you like? Do you like Chris Statlander now with Stokely Hathaway? Do you think it's doing any benefit to her?
I actually do. I really do. I think Stokely has put her over so much, and we've seen the rivalry between her and Willow, and I'm just telling you, Chris Statlander has shown up so much over this rivalry that I think she is I think she's going to be the next thing in AEW. I really do. Stokely has made that for her.
I actually 100% agree with you. I love that she's with Stokely. I love that she is a heel now.
Yes.
And I loved what you said, word for word. Next big thing in the women's division.
She is so good, and she's underrated as a talent, and I know that her mic skills aren't that great, but that's why she has Stokely. Mm-hmm. She doesn't have to be great on the mic.
Yep.
That's why she has somebody to back her up.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I really do. I think Chris is next in line, man.
I think you're right. Tony Khan needs to pull the trigger on Chris Statlander with Stokely Hathaway.
Yep.
Let's get it going. Question number 3. Where are we going with Hangman Adam Page after his loss to Darby Allin on Dynamite? Where do we go now? Where does his story lead us?
I think we're building up for that frustrated wrestler angle. We've seen it time and time again.
He just got done with that angle.
Well, I don't think he's ever been done with that angle.
I'm done with you, Hangman. I'm throwing it down. I'm done with you. Your story is junk.
I've gone on over and over and said Hangman, in my opinion, is probably the worst world champion we've had in AEW. He's not impressive to me. He's not. His finishing move, I'm sorry, is just a clothesline. Mm-hmm. The only thing that makes it fun is the fact that he jumps off the ropes to do it.
Throw a kangaroo kick in there, MJF.
But it's just, they're trying to push Hangman on us.
They are.
Because he's part of the original Elite.
They are, absolutely. They're trying to shove him down our throats like they did to early Roman Reigns.
Yep. And it's just not working for me.
It's not. It's not working for him either. I don't know where Hangman's going here. He's got no story going on. One minute he's over here, 1 week against Swerve. He's got a vendetta against him. Now he's got a vendetta against Darby. I don't know what to do with this guy.
Well, not to mention, he's got that 80s porn star mustache now, and I just really don't care for it.
Not a fan of that. Honestly, the only direction in my head that I can work out is the Elite. I thought the Elite were going to come out and screw him over at this match. So the Elite there's got to be some match with the Elite and Hangman Adam Page. But somebody would have to turn face. Who's going to be the face in that situation?
Yeah, that's a good point. And it's not going to be the Elites. I mean, they're too heel right now.
Right.
So if it was anybody, it'd have to be Hangman, and he's not ready to go face.
He's not ready. No, he's not. And who would be his tag partner in that? Kenny Omega?
I still don't think he's ready yet.
I don't think so either. We haven't heard anything on that guy yet. That's your recap of AEW this week.